Servus Männer, it's Red Pill Germany again. This is a brief update from the AfD party convention in Braunschweig, Brunswick, northern Germany. So they choose as a venue a public convention center called Volkswagen Halle. That is the Volkswagen center or something. And the city of Brunswick is the owner, as far as I know, of this public venue. But the logo, the icon of the Volkswagen company had to be Volkswagen basically called the city and kindly asked them to hang something over the logo of the company. So Volkswagen wants to make it very clear that they don't want to be associated whatsoever with the AfD party, with patriotic Germans. Volkswagen, as you all know, is no longer a German company. Many foreign governments hold a lot of stock. So yeah, it's a globalist company. It doesn't really belong to Germans anymore. But this is just a little side note. Now let's concentrate on what happened basically at this convention. The most important thing, I guess, is that Alexander Gauland, the unifying figure, one of the great elders of the AfD, no longer wants to be head of the party. He is already 78 years old, and I really have to tip my hat to Mr. Gauland at such a high age. He still has so much energy and brings so much commitment into this party. Not single-handedly, but he added a lot, he contributed a lot to making the AfD what it is today, to building a patriotic parliamentary opposition in Germany that didn't exist before. All right, so a couple of people were there for candidates, and I personally like Mr. Curio, not just because he's a fellow physicist and he's also an organ player, but I really also like his speeches. He really is a very educated guy, and he gives very great speeches in the Bundestag. He also has a YouTube channel. But I am very satisfied with the two guys who are now the new leaders of the party, and that is Mr. Tino Chrupalla. He is a tradesman, a painter from Saxony, and then Professor Meuthen, who is an economics professor from Western Germany. So I think it's a sign that the AfD party really grew up, because in other large parties it is always very important that you have a lot of representation among the leadership, you know, different parts of Germany, different social or educational branches of society or layers of society should be properly represented in the leadership. And that is a sign that the AfD finally grew up, and they are not an established party, of course, because nobody wants to work together with them, but they are a professional party now. In the beginning there was a lot of many people who are not professional politicians, obviously, or who just lack professionalism in general. Many weird ideas in the party. They didn't have a united program maybe, but they didn't really speak with one voice, basically. I mean, it's always good to have different ideas, different branches, different movements in the party, so that you can represent a broader segment of society. But in the end, you should come together and there should be unity. That means if something is decided, if the majority decides on a given path, that either you leave the party or there is a big schism, or you will take this road together then. And I think it's a good sign that we have right now that tradespeople, German workers, as well as academia or intellectuals are well represented in the party, and that is also reflected in the party leadership. I think this is a very good sign. Maybe I will keep you posted more about or make further videos about these two leaders and how they are received in the German media, or what kind of echo this election actually had in the German media and also within the party. I'm trying to find something out and I keep you posted. But for now, this is just supposed to be a really brief update. I have to go to work very soon. The cab is arriving in a couple of minutes and I look forward to another glorious day in the factory. So yeah, I think it was a very positive convention in Braunschweig, and the AfD just grew stronger and they matured. That is the basic thing that I take away from this. They have grown up to a certain degree, and I don't think that this should be taken as something negative. That means they are more professional and they are a force to be reckoned with in the German political landscape now. They will not go away anytime soon, and the other parties need to find an answer how to deal with them. But I of course hope that they will only grow and grow and grow. All right, be safe wherever you are, and I hope you also have a fine day. Servus, Kameraden.